Hello, my name is Alex, but I'm also known as Chibi Yuto, and welcome to another video review of Clamp's Doujinshis. In this video, I'll be doing the review for Doujinshi number 12. It's a doujinshi about samurai troopers, or you might also know it by its English name, Ronin warriors. The full Japanese title is actually Yoroiden Samurai Troopers, which is something like Legendary Armor Samurai Troopers. It started out as an anime TV series that ran from 1988 to 89. So it took a whole year with a total of 39 episodes that were animated by Sunrise. So you know Sunrise from Gundam, from Code Geass. So that's Sunrise. And Clamp has always been a fan of Sunrise works, so it makes sense that they would do a doujinshi about one of them works. So it started out as an anime. It wasn't a manga that was adapted to an animation. It was the first original work is the TV series. Later on, there were other adaptations such as manga and I believe games as well. So back to the doujinshi, this was released on January 15 of 1989. So it was the first doujinshi that they released from that year, and which would be the year that they would debut as a professional mangaka quite shortly. And this sits between Shoten number 2 and Shoten number 3. So the design, the book design, is not the best that we've seen. We've seen they do great stuff with the Shoten series, but since this sits between each of them, they put a lot less efforts on this one. It's a fairly simple book design and printing, etc. Nonetheless, it's still pretty, of course. I don't have a lot more to say about it, so let's check the review. This is the front cover. This is the back cover. It doesn't say anything, but I would guess that the front cover and back cover were drawn by Mokona Apapa. It looks like her style, at least. This is the spine, book spine, very simple. There is not even a title here. If you can, I think you can notice that the texture, the cover and back cover texture looks like this. So the paper has this texture. It's a fairly simple book compared to the Shoten series. The Shoten series, as you've been seeing, the books are a lot more complex design-wise. This is fairly simple. The title is hot stamped in silver, and the title reads here, Fuu-un Samurai Trooper Jo. There's actually a mistake here at the bottom. It says Clamp book number 11, but this is actually number 12. So it's a mistake by Clamp. So let's open it. Here we have the index. It's very straightforward and it follows the order, which is something unusual for them. Usually they are kind of have a different order. So the first comic is by Tamayo Akiyama. She opens the book. And ends here. Then we have Lisa Say, this one. Then we have Mick Nekoi, these 2 pages. Then we have Mokona Apapa. At first I couldn't really tell this was her. Looks kind of different than her style. And here. Then we have Soushi Hisagi. On this book she's named Soushi Hisagi. takes a few pages, ends here. Then we have Lisa Say again, just one page. This is a novel by Satsuki Igarashi with illustrations by Lisa Say. Then this comic is also by Lisa Say. And here we have Mokona Apapa again. The pages are kind of has a different shade. They are a little more yellow. And it's quite a long comic in comparison to the others. Yeah, it's probably the longest comic, and it ends here. Then back to Mick Nekoi. It ends here, and then we have Sei Nanao with her first story for this book, first time she appears. It ends here. Then back to Soushi Hisagi. And it ends here. Then on this side we have Lisa Say, and on this side we have Mokona Apapa. So very, very short comics. And it looks like these two are supposed to be Ohkawa, Nanase, and Mick Nekoi. I will guess that this must have been Ohkawa because of the somewhat curly hair, and this must be Nekoi for the very straight hair, but I'm not sure. And this guy is saying stop, clamp, so they're fooling around with themselves in the comics. We have the continuation of the story here, and the other clamp members drawing, which is nice. They were already playing around with that. I think it's the first time that they put themselves in the comics, and later they would do that more often, of course. Then this section is the news section. Here they were advertising for Shoten number 3, which would come out after this one, I believe. The usual staff page, they were still 11 by the time this was published. So each member selected a character to represent themselves. Then we have some random story, which I wish I knew what it was. A commercial corner, they were advertising for Shoten 1, 2. The usual stories that they wanted to tell about themselves, looks like stories that happened, episodes during the time they were drawing their doujinshis. Here's something about the Riguveda disco version. And if you can notice that the paper texture is different here as well. It's different from the rest of the book. Then we have a very pretty novel by Ohkawa, Nanase. It starts here. This guy is wearing a clamp sweater. It looks pretty cool. And the illustrations are, well, of course, Mokona Apapa. So they collaborated again, Ohkawa and Mokona. And it's pretty because out of the blue you have this full color pages novel, and it looks very, very nice. And it ends here. Then we have one final comic by Mokona Apapa, closing the book, as usual, or either starting or closing the book. I think Mokona is the one that contributed the most to this book, which is no surprise. And last page, the ending. Hey, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. And in case you don't know, I have a website about Clamp. The address is chibiyuto.com. I would love if you can pay me a visit there. Until next time.